of residents to evacuate their homes. CBS News correspondent Danielle Nottingham reports.
A magnitude 5.0 earthquake hit on Thursday, and the Kilauea volcano began to erupt shortly after. Lava could be seen bubbling on the streets in the community of Leilani Estates, 25 miles away.
We're in Leilani right now. You can hear that noise right there. It smells like sulfur. All around here, sulfur smell.
Experts warn the sulfur dioxide levels are high and can be dangerous.
Anyone with respiratory problems will certainly be feeling the effects of the SO2 gas in the area.
Scientists are trying to calculate how much more magma has the potential to rise to the surface.
A brother of the girl whom Kennedy cousin Michael Skakel was accused of bludgeoning to death as a teenager says it's too soon to say what the family would want to happen next in the case. The Connecticut Supreme Court on Friday vacated Skakel's murder conviction in the 1975 slaying of Martha Moxley. John Moxley says he is not sure how much more strength she can put into pursuing the case. In Holly Springs, police have tied 2 high school students to a number of crimes in the Holly Glen subdivision. Arrest warrants show 18-year-old Martin Woodard and 16-year-old Dylan Wade stole packages from the porches of various residents. Resident Priscilla Huber tells WTVD she's surprised by the news.
I hadn't heard that. I really hadn't. And it hadn't happened to me. And my neighbors, I see, they have packages delivered all the time.
Authorities have charged a man with murder in the death of a 22-year-old woman whose decomposed body was found last New Year's Eve. The Onslow County Sheriff's Office says 41-year-old James Moore of Greensboro was arrested in Guilford County on Friday in connection with the death of Shelby Brown. You're listening to NCN News.
Look at all those cars bumper to bumper. How many miles do you think that backup is?
20? 30? It's probably more.
I'm just glad I'm not sitting in that traffic.
I bet all those people sitting in that backup are pretty happy to see us heading into the city. Straight into the eye of that hurricane.
No kidding. A lot of people are counting on us.
The National Guard is a unique force. Citizen soldiers who are just as prepared and committed to do battle with nature here at home in our communities as they are against the enemies of our nation. These are your neighbors, men and women who work or go to college, have families, hobbies, live life to the fullest. They train part-time, close to home, and they are always ready.
The storm's worse the closer we get.
Now this is why I joined the Guard.
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Learn more about protecting the people in your community. Check out NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the North Carolina National Guard, aired by the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters and this station.
U.S. employment data showed the unemployment rate hasn't been as low since 2000. However, cautious optimism seems to be the consensus. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger has more.
While a bunch of people across a wide range of industries, including business and professional services, education, healthcare, and manufacturing, did get jobs, another reason the rate dropped was more than 200,000 people left the labor force, meaning they retired or went back to school or just gave up looking.
As the North Carolina Commission considers the fate of 3 prominent Confederate monuments, the attorney representing the panel says it has the power to move them, but must meet certain criteria. The NC Historical Commission has been considering a request from Democratic Governor Roy Cooper to move 3 monuments from the state capitol grounds. An advisory letter that the commission must find that relocation is necessary to preserve the monument and that the new site is of similar prominence. The North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission says nearly as many people have died on the state's waterways mid-2018 than all of 2017. 10 people have died so far this year out of the water. Last year, there were 13 fatalities. Hannah Shively of the Resources Commission tells WTVD they're constantly stressing the need for people to wear life vests.
90% of our fatalities could be prevented if they were wearing a life jacket.
In 6 of the 10 deaths this year, the victim wasn't wearing a life vest. Officials say if you see someone in distress, throw an object at them. Netflix says that Jeffrey Tambor will appear in the next season of Arrested Development. Tambor exited Amazon's Transparent earlier this year amid misconduct allegations made by his former assistant and an actress on the show. Tambor has denied the harassment claims and said he was profoundly disappointed in how Amazon handled the matter. Alyssa Vale,
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. President Trump heads to Ohio today to meet with supporters and hold a roundtable on tax reform. It follows his speech Friday at the National Rifle Association's annual convention in Dallas, where he vowed to protect gun rights.
President Trump used much of his time on the NRA stage to talk not about the Second Amendment, but about the economy, gains in employment among blacks and Hispanics, which he says are the product of his policies, and about immigration reform. Undocumented immigrants, he says, are flooding up through the southern border by the thousands. He promised that he would fight for the gun rights of people in this auditorium on the understanding that they do for him in the year 2020 what they did in 2016, helped him to win an election. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
South Korean President Moon Jae-in announcing he'll meet with President Trump at the White House in the next few weeks and ahead of the proposed meeting with the U.S. and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. President Trump hinting there's a date and location set, but offered no other details. ABC's Martha Raddatz also says there's an increasing expectation that 3 American detainees held by the regime will be released soon.
Still no word on timing, but President Trump said,
"Stay tuned."
2 of the detainees were arrested just last year, the 3rd in 2015. They have reportedly been moved to a medical facility from the labor camps.
On Hawaii's Big Island, at least 2 homes are destroyed and 1,800 people told to evacuate as bright red molten rock spews from the Kilauea volcano.
Witnesses comparing the sound of the eruption to a jet engine.
We were half a block away from where it was happening, but you could definitely feel the heat. You could feel the power of the eruption.
A line of lava spewing from a crack in the earth, spilling out onto the streets. Plumes of thick pink smoke rising high above the island. The smell of toxic sulfur dioxide and burning trees hanging in the air.
ABC's Marcy Gonzalez. You're listening to ABC News.
Are you a small business owner in need of cash to fund payroll, buy new equipment, or expand your business? Has your local bank turned you down? Have you been told no when you really need to hear yes? Get cash to run your business right now. Just call Strategic Funding and get a yes today. Call 800-211-6587. That's 800-211-6587. If you've been in business for at least 1 year, have annual revenue of $150,000 or more, Strategic Funding can provide you with up to $500,000. Our unique financing service will get you the cash you want with flexible payment plans, personalized to fit your specific needs. Call now, 800-211-6587. That's 800-211-6587. Growing your business just got a whole lot easier with a Strategic Funding approval in as little as 1 day. For a free no-obligation quote, call 800-211-6587.
Senator John McCain has been receiving a stream of visits from friends and family at his Arizona ranch after brain cancer treatment and surgery. The 81-year-old has finished work on a new book called The Restless Wave. ABC's Mary Bruce has some excerpts.
In his new memoir, The Restless Wave, out later this month, McCain celebrates the country he's spent his life serving.
We can be selfish and quick sometimes to shift the blame for our mistakes to others. But our country, 'tis of thee. What great good we've done in the world. So much more good than harm.
But he doesn't hold back either, criticizing President Trump, saying his lack of empathy for refugees, innocent, persecuted, desperate men, women, and children is disturbing.
McCain's visitors have included former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Lindsey Graham. A drought in northeast Arizona taking its toll on the wild horse population there.
A dry winter and dismal spring runoff on the western edge of the Navajo Nation is leaving a trail of dead horses. Off a northern Arizona highway, the drought is at its ugliest. Dozens of dead horses surrounded by cracked earth, swirling dust, and a ribbon of water that wasn't enough to quench their thirst. Skeletal remains are scattered on the fringes and in an adjacent ravine. Tribal officials counted 118 dead horses and 2 cows this week, but that tally doesn't account for any carcasses that might have been pushed deeper into the mud by other struggling animals. A bright spot, though, a foal was rescued. She survived. They named her Grace.
ABC's Todd Ant. This is ABC News.
Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000? Do you have tax problems? Pick up your mobile phone and dial **1234 on your keypad. This is attorney John Buckmiller, founder of Attorneys Tax Relief. We have experts that know how to help you out of the mess with the IRS. We can help stop wage garnishment, levies, and harassment. Get out of debt and settle with the IRS. Remember, it's as easy as **1234. Don't wait any longer. Dial **1234. That's **1234 on your mobile phone now.
Well, with springtime here, head on over to Oakland Feed and Seed for the things you need. Things like grass seed and garden seed. 10-10-10 fertilizer and 17-17-17 fertilizer. Oakland Feed and Seed carries Kentucky 31 and Rebel Turf and 5-star blend grass seed. That'll look good, won't it? They'll weigh up garden seed by the ounce or by the pound. How much do you need? They'll weigh up grass seed by the pound. Whatever your needs are, Scott and his team at Oakland Feed and Seed will try their best to do it for you. Need strong weed killer? Get it by the quart, gallon, and this kills all. 2.5 gallons is only $49.99. Get rid of them quick. That fish box, 100 count, $19.99. Why don't you come check Oakland Feed and Seed out and check prices? All your animal health needs from dog shots to wormers. And don't forget to pick up some fire ant control, too. They have what you need at Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and locally run.
We'll start the weekend partly to mostly cloudy today with thickening high clouds for the most part. We do have a slight chance of a thunder shower, mainly up around the Virginia border areas. Highs today will range in the upper 70s to low 80s. Then tonight we'll have mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a stray sprinkler shower here and there with lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Sunday will bring a mix of clouds and sun, a band or two of scattered showers or storms possible, and a little cooler, highs 76 to 81. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Taking a look at our extended weather forecast, on Monday, we have about a 40% chance of some showers and possible thunderstorms. Otherwise, partly sunny Monday, a high Monday afternoon around 78, and then lots of sunshine expected on Tuesday and Wednesday. High Tuesday around 73, around 78 on Wednesday. Once again, a slight chance, about a 30% chance of scattered showers, possibly a few thunderstorms on Thursday, otherwise partly sunny. High Thursday expected near 80, and then lots of sunshine again at the end of the week on Friday with an afternoon high around 82. This morning it is partly to mostly cloudy, depending upon how you want to look at it, here in Rutherford County and across western North Carolina as well. Current temperature reading in Rutherfordton, 63. 63 degrees, Saturday morning, May 5th. Well, the Atlanta Braves did not do quite as well last night. They had a great week, sweeping the New York Mets on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But last night they came up against the San Francisco Giants. Giants knocked off the Braves 9-4. Still have 2 games left this weekend, tonight and again tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on the air with pregame broadcast this afternoon at 5:55, and then the first pitch tonight at 7:10 as the Braves host the Giants. And be sure to join us today in Rutherfordton on Main Street for the 47th annual Mayfest celebration. We will be broadcasting live today from Main Street in Rutherfordton from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. There'll be lots of great food, games and activities for the kids. You'll find arts and crafts items, live music, and a lot of good folks. It's Mayfest, Main Street, Rutherfordton today. We'll be broadcasting live from 10 until 2. The event actually runs from 9 until 5 today in Rutherfordton. And we are excited to announce the grand opening of Rockin' R Farms, LLC in Ellenboro. Rockin' R Farms is the home of Mama's Farmhouse Elderberry Syrup. Opening day today is going to be a big one. You'll want to be sure to stop by, enjoy hot biscuits to sample the honey and molasses from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. Take advantage of their 50-cent and $1 vegetable plants while they last. Rockin' R Farms also will carry produce, plants, flowers, honey, the elderberry syrup, and so much more. You've got to see it. They are opening today at 8 o'clock this morning. They'll be open until 2 o'clock. All kinds of opening day specials. Their regular business hours will be Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and open on Saturdays from 8 until 2. You'll find Rockin' R Farms a half-mile east of the Bethel Baptist Church in Ellenboro. Steve and his wife Amanda Reynolds would like to invite you out. Today is the opening day of the new Rockin' R Farms, LLC, in Ellenboro. It's time to take a look at this morning's obituary announcements. And this morning I have 5 obituaries to report. 91-year-old Mrs. Pearl Virginia Whittemore of Forest City passed away Thursday, April 5th, at the Fairhaven home in Forest City. Graveside service will be held this morning beginning at 11 o'clock at the Eternal Hills Memorial Park. Family will be greeting friends graveside following the service. McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Services is in charge of the arrangements for Mrs. Pearl Virginia Whittemore of Forest City. 87-year-old Mrs. Ruth Vickers Bradley of Mooresboro passed away Thursday at the Rutherford Regional Medical Center. Left to cherish her memory, her husband of 71 years, George Bradley of the home, also one son, Dewey Bradley, his wife Kathy of Mooresboro, 2 daughters, Paulette Saunders of Spartanburg, Renee Smart and her husband Jimmy of Mooresboro, 1 brother, Joe Vickers of Mooresboro. She is also survived by 8 grandchildren, 9 great-grandchildren, and many nieces and nephews. Funeral service will be conducted this afternoon, beginning at 1 o'clock at the Harrelson Funeral Home Chapel. Family received friends 1 hour prior to the service at the funeral home from noon until 1 o'clock. Burial to follow in the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Online guest registry is available at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Mrs. Ruth Vickers Bradley of Mooresboro. 73-year-old Mr. James Big Jim Davidson of Rutherfordton passed away Thursday at his daughter's residence in Inman, South Carolina. He worked for Strickland Construction Company of Ellenboro as a heavy equipment operator for many years and also worked in logging. Survivors include his wife, Evelyn Davidson, 1 daughter, Mary D. Schaefer, her husband, Darren, also 1 son, Paul Davidson, his mother, Irene Davidson, 1 stepdaughter, Gwen Harwood, and her husband, Stephen. Survivors also include 4 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. The body will lie in state. The family will receive friends from 1:15 until 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Poors Ford Baptist Church. Funeral service will follow beginning at 2 o'clock in the church sanctuary. Burial to be in the Poors Ford Baptist Church Cemetery. Online guest registry is available at McMahansFuneralHome.com. McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Services is in charge of the arrangements for Mr. James Big Jim Davidson of Rutherfordton. 69-year-old Mrs. Betty Faye Cox Gosey of Forest City passed away Saturday, April 28th at the Spartanburg Regional Medical Center. She was a native of Shelby County, Tennessee, a graduate of East Rutherford High School, class of 1968, worked for various local companies. Most recently, she worked many years for Doyle Foods as a security guard. She was also a volunteer for the Rutherford County Traffic Control for 10 years, a member of the Alexander United Methodist Church. Left to cherish her memory, her son, Carson Lee Gosey Jr. of Kernersville, her daughter, Leslie Gosey Lovelace, husband Teddy of Forest City, Also, 3 sisters, Kathy Cox Payne, her husband Rob of Forest City, Brenda Cox Ledbetter, and husband Scott, also from Forest City, and Shirley Cox Cook, her husband Joe of Morganton. 2 stepdaughters, Cheryl Gelsey Parker, her husband Jimmy of Spartanburg, Donna Gelsey Holland of Forest City, and a brother, Garland Cox of Cleveland County. Survivors also include 4 grandchildren, also a great-grandchild, 4 step-grandchildren, and 5 step-great-grandchildren. Graveside service will be held this afternoon, beginning at 3 o'clock at the Alexander Cemetery. Family will be receiving friends immediately following the graveside service at the cemetery. At other times, they will be gathered on Allen Drive in Forest City. An online guest registry is available at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Memorials are requested to Hospice of Rutherford County. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Mrs. Betty Faye Cox Gelsey of Forest City. 45-year-old Mr. Duchesne Wyatt Shane Hutchinson of Rutherfordton passed away Monday at his residence. Survivors include his wife, Amy Spears Hutchinson, also their son, Andrew Wyatt Hutchinson, his parents, Wallace and Diane Hutchinson, also one sister, Christina Hutchinson. A niece and a number of other friends and family members are among the survivors. A celebration of Shane's life will be held tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 2 o'clock in the chapel at Crow's Funeral Home. Family will be receiving friends 1 hour prior to the service tomorrow afternoon from 1 until 2 o'clock. Online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. In lieu of flowers, memorials may be made to the charity of the donor's choice. Crow's Mortuary, Rutherfordton, is assisting the family of Mr. Duchesne Wyatt Shane Hutchinson of Rutherfordton. That is a look at our Saturday morning obituary announcements. That means momentarily I will pick up the telephone and make calls to local law enforcement agencies and our own team of reporters who are scattered throughout the area as we continue with your Saturday morning report on AM 590 WCAB.
The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304.
Stop into Save-A-Lot Grocery and save big money every day. Choose from a variety of name brand merchandise at incredible low prices. Save big on fresh meats, vegetables, pastries, frozen foods, deli items, and so much more. They are located in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oaks Plaza in Spindale.
Thank you, Todd. It is 19 minutes past 7, and first call of the morning is to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department and Officer Butron on duty this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Looking forward for Mayfest today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Should be a lot of folks on Main Street in Rutherfordton.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have to report this morning from the Sheriff's Department?
In the past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has responded to 134 calls for service. The jail has processed 9 arrests, and there's currently 183 detainees in the jail. For arrest reports, we have a Natasha Stott Holt, who was served with outstanding warrants, and I believe she was already in the jail. And that's all we have for today.
Short, simple, and that's the way we like it.
Absolutely.
Let's hope it continues to be a good weekend. Hope you have a good one.
Thank you, sir. You too.
That's Officer Butron reporting in this morning from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department. Well, folks in this part of the South like to do business with home folks who grew up here, folks who invested in their business here, folks who raised their children here, and folks who live close by and will take care of you and not forget about you after the sale. I think that's probably some of the reasons why why the Tonys at Southern Carpet in Forest City have done so well over the years. Gerald, Lynn, Clayton, Tony, they set out to offer quality materials and quality workmanship. And since 1993, they've done that. They've set out to be the best that they can be in the carpet and the floor covering business, above board with all transactions, always giving an honest and a fair deal. And when Clayton joined the business, he had that same work ethic. Work hard, treat people fair, sell good merchandise at good prices. Now, those are some of the reasons behind the many years of success behind Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street in Forest City. You'll find them directly across the road from the North State Gas Company. Take a look at the flooring. Is it time for an upgrade? Time to rip up the old carpeting and bring in the new? Time to redo those hardwood floors? Well, check with the folks at Southern Carpet. You'll find that they offer free estimates. They have expert installation. And you'll also find them online. You can visit their webpage at southerncarpet.net. You'll find a lot of good pictures there with good ideas for what you could do with your flooring. You'll also find them on Facebook. Simply type in Southern Carpet Forest City. You'll go right to their page. Be sure to click on the thumbs up. Give them another like. Gerald, Lynn, Clayton, Tony, said it so many times, but great folks to know, great folks to do business with. Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street in Forest City.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697.
Thank you, Jim. It is 24 minutes past 7. We have 63 degrees in Rutherford this morning. Next call, let's check in with the folks at the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department 911 Communications Center. On dispatch this morning, we find Amanda. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
What do you have to report from 911 today?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 495 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 57 for the emergency medical services, 11 for rescue, 134 calls for the Sheriff's Office, 90 for Forest City, 6 for Lake Lure, 43 for Rutherford, and 57 for Spindale. Forest City Fire Department had a motor vehicle crash, and Rutherford had a motor vehicle crash, and that is all.
And we do appreciate it. Hope you have a good weekend.
And you too.
Thanks, Amanda. That's Amanda at the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department 911 Communications Center. Don't forget about the big town-wide yard sale now officially underway in Ellenboro. Hopefully we'll be able to make connections later with Sweet Thing, Luther Gilligan. I am sure that he is already out and about, probably grabbing every breakfast biscuit that he can lay his hands on. A lot of the activity is on Depot Street, right in the heart of Ellenboro, but you will find folks all over Ellenboro setting up, having yard sales right there at their own houses. That's today, and it officially kicked off at 7 o'clock, town-wide yard sale day in Ellenboro. Don't forget, today is Mayfest Day. Main Street in Rutherfordton, it is the 47th annual Mayfest celebration. How many of you can actually remember the very first one? I bet we have a number of listeners who can think back to the early days of this annual event. Oh, you know, there will be lots of good food, all kinds of games and activities for the kids. You'll find arts and crafts items, live music, and it officially kicks off at 9 o'clock this morning, continues until 5 this afternoon. We will be there on Main Street in Rutherfordton, broadcasting live from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So, looks like the weather will cooperate. We may have some clouds, but it looks like we're going to be able to hold off. If, in fact, we do get any rain, it'll be later this evening, maybe later tonight. So it looks like it'll be a very pleasant day to walk up and down Main Street and take in all the good food and the activities and the events and see a lot of good folks. I always enjoy these town celebrations because you run into people that maybe you haven't seen in a while. And it's good to reconnect with old friends and neighbors. Mayfest, Main Street, Rutherfordton, today is the day.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
Thank you, Lou. That is the voice of the one and only Lou Gillum. 28 minutes past 7, and I am going to connect us with the Lake Lure area this morning. We'll find out what's happening up that way. Stop off at the Fairfield Community Rumbling Bold Golf and Beach Resort, and Homer's at work this morning. Good morning, Homer.
Good morning.
How's your neighborhood looking today?
Right now, looking it's a little quiet, but it's going to get busy today. We're going to have a lot of golfers. I think we got 2 or 3 golf groups here. As a matter of fact, some of the guys are already practicing over here on the driving range. Ought to be a busy day here at Rumbling Ball. We got quite a few people here. Temperature's on the mild side. 68 at midnight, 63 right now. Ought to be a busy weekend up here, and I think there's a few yard sales in the area. Usually when it's pre-Saturday and warm weather, people like to have yard sales and stuff. Do have one announcement. The Bills Creek Baptist Church is having their Memorial Day celebration. That's Sunday, May 6th, starting at 9:45. That's at the Bills Creek Baptist Church on Bills Creek Road. We've got the wedding today at 5 o'clock, about 80 people attending. So it's, like I said, it's going to be a busy day here at the Rumbling Bald Lake Lure area.
Homer, hate to put you on the spot, but is this the month? Isn't it usually sometime in May that you have that big classic car show?
No, the classic car show, that's not until August. That's a little bit later in the year.
Oh, okay. I was thinking May for some reason.
No, that's in August, and actually, with all the Memorial Day, 4th of July, all the celebrations we have during the year, I think the car show is the last big event that we have for the year. So I'm pretty sure that's in August. That's
always a great event. Always a lot of fun.
Really nice cars. I got a front row seat. It's right here on the driving range, and that's a really good event up here. They've been doing it for a few years.
What about fishing? Have you heard anybody catching anything yet?
Yeah, a lot of people's been fishing. Right now, the lake's wide open. Everybody's bringing their boats in. I bet yesterday we probably had 20 boats going in and out of here. And today, it's Saturday, I'm sure there'll be quite a few boats, and I bet there's already a few people out there. But fishing is getting pretty popular here right now, this time of the year.
It's a good thing we got that lake level back up just in time.
Yeah, there would be a lot of unhappy people.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Homer, it's good talking to you as always. Hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, Homer.
Bye-bye.
That's Homer. He is at the gatehouse at the entrance to the Rumbling Bold Golf and Beach Resort up on the shores of Lake Lure. 29 minutes before 8, and our next call will be to the Cherry Mountain Fire District, and that will be our contact, Sue Price. We'll check in with Sue in just a moment.
Get ready for those hot summer months driving with a stop at RS Speedy Lube, Railroad Avenue. The Express Inspection Station gets you back on the road and keeps you legal. Speedy Lube has 2 lanes to serve you, gets you in and out in no time, and vacuum your car while the oil is being changed, air conditioner checked, transmission flushed, wiper blades replaced if needed, even a top-of-the-line car wash, all at RS Speedy Lube and Inspection Station, Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Take care of that car and have a safe trip.
It's one thing to be aware of breast cancer. It's another to do something about it. Here's to the heroes who are making a difference, who get out there and take action, who prove every day that they are so much more than a color. Here's to the people who are more than pink. Get involved at Komen.org/morethanpink.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Let's find out how things are looking over around Bostic, Sunshine, Golden Valley. It's time to check in with Sue Price. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning. It's a nice morning over here.
Kind of cloudy.
Yeah, a little bit cloudy, but I started out at 60 degrees this morning, so looks like you're going to have a nice day for the Mayfest and Ellenburg yard sales and all that. It's going on around the county, so everybody get out and enjoy some of it. But anyway, we're looking for a good day, and I don't have any calls from the fire department. Don't have any birthdays on my church calendar. On my personal calendar, tomorrow I've got a birthday for Inez Jenkins, so I hope Inez is going to have a good day. Fairview doesn't have anything for today or tomorrow, so, and I don't think First Broad has anything either, so we don't have very many celebrating over this way, but anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary, we hope they'll have a real good day and a good weekend. Fairview will be having their Memorial Day service on the 13th. With lunch after the service, and then on the 20th through the 23rd, they're having a spring revival, so keep that in mind. On Sunday night, it starts at 6:30, and the rest of the week, it starts at 7. And First Broad, let's see, they will be having their Memorial Day service tomorrow, and they've got the Royal Quartet scheduled. So a lot of Memorial Days coming up and a lot of things going on. It's just a busy month in May. So everybody just take part in whatever you can and enjoy it. And we hope everybody will have a good day and a good weekend, and I hope you do, Jay.
I hope you do as well. You're sounding a whole lot better.
Oh, I know. Thank goodness. It's been rough.
That bronchitis, it's rough.
It is. hard to get over. But
Yeah.
anyway, we just press on and do the best we can.
Yeah, well, you sound a whole lot better, so that's great news.
Thanks. I'm feeling better.
Well, Sue, hope you and Richard do enjoy the weekend, and I'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
Okay. You have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sue. That's Sue Price. She is in the Cherry Mountain Fire District. It's over near Bostic, Sunshine, and Golden Valley. Well, most of you know that our reporter from Union Mills, Brenda Kelly, is away from the microphone. Looking forward to hearing from her on Monday morning with Bishop, Jim Bishop, and we'll find out all about what she's been up to. Hope she has been having a great time. Brenda Kelly back on the radio Monday morning. Hey, let's take time out to remind you about some good food tonight. There will be a fish fry at the Harriet Memorial Free Will Baptist Church, Highway 221A in Caroline. They will start serving this afternoon at 4 o'clock and continue until. They are serving up both flounder and catfish. And then, of course, they have the fixins. They have the slaw, the fries, the hush puppies, your choice of a drink and a dessert. Adults, $10. Kids 6 to 12 eat for $5. And the children under 6 eat for free. Takeout plates are available. Proceeds go to their media fund. That's at the Harriet Memorial Free Will Baptist Church, Highway 221A in Caroline. And if spaghetti sounds good tonight, the Thermal City United Methodist Church on Thermal City Road up in Union Mills is having an all-you-can-eat spaghetti supper. They will start serving at 4 o'clock today. Of course, you'll get spaghetti, your choice of the homemade sauce, either plain or with mushrooms. They'll have the garlic bread, a full salad bar, choice of a drink and a dessert. Adults, $8. Kids, $3. Takeout orders are available, and the proceeds support the church. That is the all-you-can-eat spaghetti supper tonight up at the Thermal City United Methodist Church. 22 minutes before 8 o'clock, Mayfest in Rutherfordton, about an hour and 22 minutes from now, officially kicking off at 9 o'clock on Main Street, Rutherfordton. We'll be there broadcasting live today from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The event continues until 5 o'clock this afternoon. It is the 47th annual Mayfest. All kinds of good food, games, activities for the kids. You'll find arts and crafts items, live music. Main Street, Rutherfordton, it is the place to be. Mayfest Day in Rutherfordton. And the town-wide yard sale in Ellenboro is officially underway. Officially got started at 7 o'clock this morning. Some folks already out and about even before that. Understand they have pretty good crowds down there. They also have some food available about this time of the morning. Got a lot of breakfast items, including biscuits. And I'm hoping that we will be able to make connections with Sweet Thing Luther Gillikin momentarily. He can give us the play-by-play and the live update of what's happening there at the town-wide yard sale in Ellenboro. Stay tuned. Let's knock on wood. Keep the fingers crossed. Let's see if we can reach Luther in just a moment.
Have you heard the 3 big lies about Medicaid eligibility? First, if you need a nursing home, Medicaid will take your house. That's not true. Second, if you transfer assets, you have to wait 60 months to qualify. That's not true. And third, if you're already in a nursing home, it's too late to protect your assets. That's not true. Please call attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, or Martin Gerard at the Arledge Law Firm for a free consultation and learn the truth about Medicaid and eligibility and nursing home care in North Carolina. It's more likely than you think that you may qualify and not lose everything you own. Call the Arledge Law Firm today at 287-3338, located on East Court Street in Rutherfordton. Again, that's 287-3338.
Today's hits and yesterday's memories, WCAB Rutherfordton.
Hey, what you working on? Only the most magnificent scratch-off ever. It's as big as a castle. Well, almost. With 44 chances to win and $1 million top prize, it has to be big and magnificent. I present the Big Crown Jewel of Scratch-Offs, the game of giants whose enormous size hold 4 games encrusted in jewels, the bestower of 44 chances to achieve victory, and the givereth of a $1 million top prize. Wow! Rubies, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds? What's it called? The Crown Jewel of Scratch-Offs, the game of giants whose enormous size... Maybe we just call it Crown Jewels. Well, that could work.
The Big Crown Jewel Scratch-Off from the North Carolina Education Lottery. 4 games, 44 chances to win, and a $1 million top prize.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning, including break-even prizes, are 1 in 3.32. Approximate odds to win the top prizes are 1 in 1.2 million. $1 million annuity prize with lump sum cash value of $600,000. Problem Gambling Helpline 877-718-5543.
It is 18 minutes before 8 o'clock, and I knew it. He is out and about. Ladies and gentlemen, only here on WCAB can you get the live play-by-play coverage of the town-wide yard sale in Ellenboro as we check in with Sweet Thing, Luther Gillikin. Good morning, Luther.
Good morning. See, WCAB is not the only one that has remote broadcasting.
How about that? You're right there in the
yard sale.
You're right there in the middle of it.
Get in the middle of everything. Know what's going on. Know which food is good and which is better. None of it bad. It's just some good and better. The brownies are better. The biscuits are good, but the brownies are better.
Do I dare ask how many biscuits you've already eaten?
We won't discuss that.
Uh-oh.
It's too many. Well, we haven't eaten too many. We've eaten less than 3.
Pretty good crowd?
We're getting a good crowd started. Everybody's gathering in. It'll be a good crowd before the day's over. Give people time to get up and get out. They're still setting up part of it.
Now, are you down on Depot Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in the middle of it.
Right in the middle of it.
How about that?
That's the only place to be, right in the middle of everything. If there's trouble, I'm usually right in the middle of that, too. But it's a good time. We're having a good time there this morning. Everybody's out looking out, selling out, buying. And I'm just out to eat. That's what I do best.
You may find some good bargains, too.
Yeah. You never know what you might find. You might find one of the $1 million bargains for $2.
There you go.
Well, it has happened, you know. And I sell this here, what is the Antique Roadshow. If a man bought something for $2 a yard sale, it's worth $100,000. So maybe I'll find something like that.
I have never been that lucky, but wow, wouldn't that be great?
It would be great, but I wouldn't know what I had. I wouldn't buy it. I think it was worth $2, so I wouldn't buy it. But I'll go look. I've had some good bargains. Bought me a wheelbarrow one time. Good wheelbarrow. I paid $5 for it. So that's a good bargain. And all that. So we're going to have a good time. But it's quiet at this point. That's the biggest thing going on in town. Part of the area had one medical call yesterday. Other than that, they've been quiet. There's nothing going on with that. But now we have something else going on down there. Got that big breakfast going on down here at the Grove Church. That started at 7 o'clock. Run until 10. They're going to have all kinds of breakfast stuff. Grits, gravy, biscuits, eggs, bacon, pancakes, the whole works. That's from 7 to 10 this morning. So everybody's invited down here too. Said we want much old Chad Huffsticker happy birthday today. But he had a great day. I see him all week happy birthday. And nothing else going on, Jake. You have a great day up there. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay, Luther, need to mention the fact that although most of the people like to gather there on Depot Street, folks will find yard sales all over Ellenboro.
Right downtown in Ellenboro. And she's going to be having a spring thing up for Rutherford today, too. Everybody can go up there this afternoon. Run across the man selling walking sticks, telling me want Luther discount on to it. And the man up there selling walking sticks. I don't know what I charge for him, telling me what Luther discounts. Probably charge you more, but you can tell him that anyway. He might give you a nickel off.
Sounds like Ellenboro is the place to be.
Ellenboro's the place to be this morning. Everything's happening there, right in the middle of town on Depot Street, right across from the post office, right next to the depot. Warner Club set up here at the depot. I'm sitting on steps.
All right.
That's where you find me.
So
right.
people can find Luther that you can give him an autograph or something.
That's right. I'll let him buy that other prize.
Luther, good talking to you this morning. Hope you enjoy the day, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
I'm going to have a good time there. You take care.
That's Luther Sweet Thing Gillikin live on the scene today, Depot Street in Ellenboro for the big town-wide yard sale. 14 minutes before 8 o'clock, that is going to give us plenty of time to open up the telephone lines and entertain birthdays and anniversaries for today, May 5th, tomorrow, May 6th. If you or somebody you know is celebrating either a birthday or an anniversary this weekend, I'd like to find out about it so that I can broadcast it and let everybody know about it. Telephone number here at the station, 287-3356, 287-3356. I'll take calls for the next 5 minutes or so, and somebody whose name is called in this morning is going to win a $5 gift certificate good at the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurants. I have a random selection for that, and telephone lines are now open, 287-3356.
I know what I want from my energy company. I want to know that my power is always on and that my energy is cleaner, safer, and affordable. That's why as a Duke Energy lineman, I'm working hard to make that possible. I feel honored to serve our community. It's a good feeling knowing that I'm helping to build a smarter, reliable energy future for all of us, for my family and for yours.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
All right, this is your last chance, last call for birthdays, anniversaries, 287-3356. 1 minute to go. Today is Saturday, May 5th. Let's take a look at our Gilkey-Ruatan calendar and find out who is celebrating birthdays today. It looks like Tim Champion has a birthday today. Also Pete Teague and Kelsey Brown. And then celebrating tomorrow up in the Gilkey area, Sandra Hughes, celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Only a few names have been called in this morning here at the radio station. Evidently, May 5th is not a very popular day to be born. I don't know. Celebrating tomorrow in Sandy Mush. Happy birthday greetings to Jackie Allen. Celebrating in Forest City today. Happy birthday to Waynette Wells. And celebrating her 13th birthday today in Rutherford's End. She is now a teenager. Happy birthday to Haley Tony. I'll take these names and select one at random momentarily. That lucky person will receive $5 gift certificate good at the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurants. 2 locations here in Rutherford County. They're located on Oak Street in Forest City, directly across from the Tri-City Mall. And you'll also find Mi Pueblito in Rutherford's End at the intersection of Charlotte and Washington Street.
WCAB Rutherfordton.
Oh, here we go. Who is going to win the gift certificate good at Mi Pueblito? Reach over here. It looks like it's Haley. Haley Tony from Rutherford's End celebrating her 13th birthday today. Haley, congratulations. You are now a teenager. And you have won a $5 gift certificate good at the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurants. Haley will have that certificate here at our radio studios on Whiteside Road. You can stop by in the next couple of days, pick that up, and then enjoy all of that great food at Mi Pueblito. I like the enchiladas. Quesadillas are really good. Can never go wrong with a burrito, taco salad. Oh, I can go on. And the sweet tea. I love the sweet tea at Mi Pueblito. You're listening to AM 590 WCAB Rutherfordton. It's 5 minutes before 8 o'clock.
NCN News, I'm Alyssa Vale. Months after the horror of the Parkland school shootings in Florida, President Donald Trump stood before cheering members of the National Rifle Association on Friday and implored them to elect more Republicans to Congress to defend gun rights. KRLD reporter Campbell Reed has details.
President Trump, speaking to the NRA, told the crowd their rights to bear arms are not only constitutional, but are promised by someone even bigger.
You give your time, your energy, your vote, and your voice to stand strong for those sacred rights given to us by God, including the right to self-defense.
The president told the crowd that as long as he lives on Pennsylvania Avenue, the Second Amendment will never be under siege. Campbell Reed, CBS News, Dallas.
Indian troops have killed 3 suspected rebels during a gun battle in the main city in Indian-controlled Kashmir, while police are blaming insurgents for killing 3 other men in the disputed region. Counterinsurgency police and paramilitary soldiers raided a cluster of homes Saturday in a densely populated neighborhood of Srinagar after getting a tip that militants were hiding there. There have been 2 shootings this week in Spring Lake. The latest happened on a basketball court on Thursday night. Police say Terrence Blackwell opened fire on Julian McCormick after an argument during a basketball game. However, Spring Lake Police Chief Troy McDuffie tells WTVD the shootings pose no risk to the public.
We don't feel that there's any type of peak in crime.
The other shooting happened on Tuesday when a man was shot to death while checking his mail. Authorities have charged a man with murder in the death of a 22-year-old woman whose decomposed body was found last New Year's Eve. The Onslow County Sheriff's Office says 41-year-old James Moore of Greensboro was arrested in Guilford County on Friday in connection with the death of Shelby Brown. You're listening to NCN News.
First place in election reporting, first place in editorials, another honor for news enterprise reporting. Carolina Journal earned all 3 awards from the North Carolina Press Association. When Carolina Journal watches government, people pay attention. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your #1 source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Who is the North Carolina High School Athletic Association?
We're dedicated educators, coaches, and mentors.
We are over 200,000 student athletes.
We are 413 member high schools from small towns and big cities, anywhere from Murphy to Manteo.
We're your neighbors and friends that put on the striped shirts and officiate the games you love every week.
We are making a difference in building leaders of communities and this nation for the next generation.
Who are we? We are high school. We are the NCHSAA.
In a stunning reversal, the Connecticut Supreme Court on Friday overturned Kennedy cousin Michael Skakel's murder conviction in the 1975 bludgeoning death of a girl in wealthy Greenwich. CBS's Tony DeCouple has details.
43 years ago, 15-year-old Martha Moxley, a popular teenager in Greenwich, Connecticut, was found beaten to death by someone wielding a golf club. Her then 15-year-old neighbor, Michael Skakel, was found guilty of murder, but a court vacated the conviction because of allegedly shoddy work by Skakel's lawyer, Mickey Sherman. Skakel and his supporters claim Sherman ignored a possible witness in his original trial 15 years ago, a witness who would have confirmed his alibi. Skakel's cousin, Bobby Kennedy Jr., has stood by him through the years.
He's innocent. I know he's innocent.
The assault charge against a Johnston County high school student who is suspended following a fight has been dropped. This comes after WTVD reported Thursday that the Corinth Holders high school student said he was trying to defend his friend who was getting attacked by bullies. Austin St. John's mother tells WTVD the simple assault charge has been dropped and his 5-day suspension will be taken off the record. Wayne County Public Schools are still having class May 16th, despite the statewide push for teachers to attend a rally in Raleigh that day. Paula Jones-Levin, president of the Wayne County NCAE, tells WTVD.
So we want to be there as soon as the legislative session starts to make it known that we are here now, not later.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg School District decided to join Chapel Hill, Carborough, and Durham Public Schools in allowing teachers to walk out of school to lobby lawmakers in Raleigh. Actress Rose McGowan says the cocaine found in her Chanel wallet left behind on a United Airlines flight isn't hers. Nevertheless, McGowan could face indictment in Virginia on a felony drug possession charge after a judge found probable cause Thursday.
24/7 WCAB is serving the foothills of the Carolinas. Learn more about us at www.wcab59.com.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. President Trump telling reporters Friday his newest personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, will get, quote, his facts straight after Giuliani seemed to contradict the president's earlier statements. ABC's Tara Palmieri is at the White House with more.
Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani dropping that bombshell on Fox News that Trump repaid Cohen for the $130,000 hush agreement made to Daniels. The next day, Trump backed up Giuliani in a tweet, but by Friday, he did a 180 and undercut Giuliani's claims. Trump also disputed the impression Giuliani gave that the payment to Daniels was intended to primarily benefit the campaign, something legal analysts say could have violated campaign finance laws.
On Friday, a judge hearing arguments on charges against former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort criticized the special counsel's case. At a hearing, ABC's Pierre Thomas has details.
Inside the courtroom, Judge T.S. Ellis asking what the special counsel's indictment of Manafort for alleged financial crimes has to do with Mueller's primary mission, investigating whether Trump associates colluded with the Russians. Trump's prosecution or impeachment, Ellis told prosecutors. That's what you're really after.
The judge says he'll take all arguments into consideration and will rule ahead of Manafort's trial, set to begin July 10th. In Hawaii, more evacuations as lava from the Kilauea volcano flows into a residential area.
About 1,800 people have been forced to evacuate from neighborhoods here where new fissures have opened up, spewing lava and rock. The major concern here, though, is with the air quality, with dangerous levels of toxic sulfur dioxide gas still hanging in the air, creating what officials call an immediate threat to life. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Pahoa, Hawaii.
In California this morning, NASA's Mars Insight spacecraft blasted off from Vandenberg Air Force Base, hitching a ride on the Atlas V rocket. It's the first interplanetary mission to launch from the West Coast. You're listening to ABC News.
Want to add 3 more days to your weekend? Make more money, keep more money, grow more money, and get a free ticket to a luxury cruise? The Wall Street Journal best-selling book 5-Day Weekend helps you generate more cash flow in as little as 30 days. Authors Nick Halick and Gary Gunderson know their money strategies can help you finally be free of your 9-to-5 job, so they're willing to bet on you with 3 amazing free bonuses. With your copy of 5-Day Weekend, you'll get the Financial Freedom Lifestyle Report, the Financial Resources and Calculators Kit, plus a free ticket aboard a 3-day luxury cruise ship, all meals included, just for buying the book 5-Day Weekend. You choose the date and your favorite destination, you just cover the small port taxes and processing fee. I know after reading it, you'll join our online community. That's why we can make you this irresistible offer right now. Get the book with free shipping plus the free 3-day cruise and 2 more bonus gifts. Call 800-256-3178. 800-256-3178. 800-256-3178.
President Trump travels to Ohio today to hold a roundtable on tax reform. Yesterday, he gave the keynote address at the National Rifle Association's annual convention in Texas.
Dallas, President Trump's suggestions that gun laws be strengthened in response to school shootings are a thing of the past. Instead,
we strongly believe in allowing highly trained teachers to carry concealed weapons. They're highly trained.
An idea that the NRA members gathered here fully support.
His passion and his love for the people of the United States of America is it's overwhelming. It's just spectacular.
And she's vowing to do what she can to see that Trump is a 2-term president. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
A small amount of radioactive plutonium is missing in Idaho.
The amount of missing weapons-grade plutonium is about the size of a quarter. It was used for research at a university. The U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission said Idaho State University can't account for about 1/30 of an ounce. It's about 1 gram of the material that's used in nuclear reactors to make nuclear bombs. Officials say the amount is too small to make a nuclear bomb, but it could be used to make a dirty bomb to spread radioactive contamination. An agency spokesman said the school could face an $8,500 fine for failing to keep track of the material. Todd Ant, ABC News.
Former President George H.W. Bush is back home. He was released from Houston Methodist Hospital Friday after receiving treatment for an infection. This is ABC News.
Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in taxes? The government now has tax debt relief programs in place,